Test. Test. I got me $119. Who knew?
What was it from?
Well, but okay. I forgot about the Zoom meeting. Hopefully we'll be done by then, but I could get on the Zoom meeting and I could just these people. Okay, I did this at like a draft, so that's all I got. But see, so this part in here, I don't know if you can see my other stuff, but this up top, I wanted to, and let me look at it first before we send it on, because I want you to say each person's name. So Senator, Chairman, Hildebrand, then Vice Chair, I don't just want to say your name. So I want to say each of the chair, vice chair, ranking member's name, and then here I'll say uh, other other members. Then you can add other members somewhere. But okay,
I can get that.
that's yeah, and then we can kind of yeah. So thank you, thank you. You like your office.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I love my so
Yeah.
who knew?
I was gonna try to be on your 4 o'clock if that. Andrew sent it to us. You think we'll be done by then?
How did you know about it?
You invited me.
Oh,
It's funny because Andrew said he goes. I bet she forgot that she invited you.
yeah.
Is that okay?
Test.
I just wanted.
So here's what I'm gonna do. If we're still here at 4, I'm gonna go ahead and get on and just mute, so they don't hear us. At least they see it up there, especially since the lieutenant governor is gonna take his time and be on there. At least I wanted to see faces. Because my main thing is I just wanted you to hear what it was about.
I'm just gonna listen.
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get on anyway at 4,
Senate will come to order. All right, we got a microphone. Introduction of bills and concurrent resolutions, the clerk will read.
Senate Bill 114 by Committee on Insurance, an act concerning insurance. Senate Bill 115, an act by Senator Holland, an act concerning property taxation. Senate Concurrent Resolution 1605 by Senators Holland, Haley, and Pittman, a proposition to amend Article 14 of the Constitution of the State of Kansas by adding a new section thereto relating to the powers of initiative and referendum.
This constitutes introduction of SB 114 and 115 and SCR 1605. This time I'm withdrawing Senate Bill 78 from the Committee on Judiciary and referring to the Committee on Financial Institutions and Insurance. Messages from the governor. Clerk will read.
To the Senate of the State of Kansas, submitted herewith for the confirmation by the Senate are appointments made by me as the governor of the State of Kansas pursuant to law. State Long-Term Care Ombudsman Camille Russell, Brigadier General, Director of the Joint Staff, Kansas National Guard, Colonel Michael Vernerdi, Certified Public Accountant, Kansas Board of Tax Appeals, Virginia Powell, Public Member, number 17, KU Hospital Authority, Kevin Lockett. Chair, Kansas Water Authority, Dawn Bueller. Signed, Laura Kelly, Governor.
This constitutes introduction of those appointments previously read. Introduction of original motions and Senate resolutions. The clerk will read.
Senate Resolution number 1706 by Senators Alley and others. A resolution urging the President of the United States to honor the last surviving World War II Medal of Honor recipient with a designated state funeral.
Chair recognizes the senator from Cowley, Senator Alley.
Thank you, Mr. President. This resolution, co-sponsored by all 40 of my fellow senators, requests that the President of the United States designate a state funeral for the last Medal of Honor winner from World War II. This honor would not be for the Medal of Honor winner, but in remembrance of the 16 million men and women who served our country during World War II. State funerals have usually been reserved for military leaders, but this request will be the first for an enlisted man. One of the two remaining recipients, Colonel Herschel Woody Williams, was the youngest of 11 children from West Virginia on a dairy farm. And here's his story. Imagine, if you will, you're 22 years old and your company is pinned down on the beaches of Iwo Jima by several concrete pillboxes, which are machine gun nests. Colonel Williams was a flamethrower, and his commander asked if he would take the pillboxes out. Colonel Williams went forward alone, attempting to destroy these machine gun positions. Under terrific enemy fire, he proceeded to wipe out one position after another. This took 4 long hours. His determination and extraordinary heroism in the face of enemy resistance was directly instrumental in neutralizing one of the most defended Japanese strongpoints in World War II. For his actions on February 23, 1945, Williams was awarded the Medal of Honor by President Harry S. Truman. This is one of 16 million reasons why this group is called the greatest generation. Thank you.
Senator, would you make your motion?
I move an emergency be declared, the rules suspended, and Senate Resolution 1706 be adopted by voice vote.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. Chair recognizes the Majority Leader from Sedgwick, Senator Solentrop.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the following bills be stricken from the calendar: SCR 1602 and SR 1704.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion passes. Senator from Sedgwick, Majority Leader Solentrop.
Thank Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate resolve itself into the Committee of the Whole for consideration of bills on the calendar under the heading of General Orders.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion passes. Chair appoints the senator from Cloud, Senator Bowers, to preside over the committee.
Good afternoon. The Senate, having resolved itself into the Committee of the Whole, will now consider those items listed on the calendar under the heading of General Orders. We'll now turn our attention to Senate Bill 15. The chair recognizes the senator from Lyons, Senator Longbine, to explain the bill and to adopt the committee report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move we adopt the committee report.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Go ahead and continue.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Senate Bill 15 is a bill that will be familiar to some of you. It is the Economic Recovery Loan Deposit Program with 3 different components. I'll explain the loan program first. It offers low-interest loans to Kansas businesses employing 100 people or less. It mainly derives its funds from the overnight funds that are currently at PMIB. To give you a little background, PMIB is about $1.4 billion. This program would allow for up to 60 million of those to be deposited in Kansas financial institutions that would then therefore be loaned out for low-interest loans. The bill sets up the loan program and the requirements. There's a $250,000 limit on the loan. All risk is on the lenders, not on the funds that are from PMIB, and you must be a Kansas borrower. The second component of the bill expands the field of membership for credit unions in Kansas from 500,000 to 2.5 million. The third component of the bill eliminates the privilege tax on ag real estate loans and residential loans in communities of less than $2,500 or 2,500 people. A bill very similar last year passed the Senate 29-11 and the House 114-3. We have worked diligently through the off session. Our new treasurer has been very, very active and fully supports the bill. It is truly a bill where we had one opponent and they didn't actually testify against the bill. They were just concerned about the cooperative model going forward. So I think it's a good bill. I think it's strongly supported, and I will stand for questions.
Are there questions for the senator from Lyons? Senator from, a little rusty at this here, just a moment. From Lynn, Senator Tyson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Would the carrier of the bill stand for a question?
Yes, he's standing.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Wasn't this one of the bills that was vetoed last year by the governor?
Senator from Lyons, Senator Longbine.
Yes, it was.
Has anything changed in the bill?
Senator from Lyons, Senator Longbine.
There are a number of changes to the bill. Last year's bill, whether it was omitted in error or not, I don't know. But last year, we didn't have a requirement that it had to be a Kansas business or Kansas resident. And so that's one substantial change.
Senator from Lynn, Senator Tyson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think this bill passed overwhelmingly, and I will be again supporting it again this year. Thank you to the carrier of the bill.
Any other questions?
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Chair recognizes Senator from Butler, Senator Fagg.
Madam Chair, I have an amendment to SB 15.
Have you turned it in?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is your number?
S0834.
Okay. Let's give the members a moment to pop up and get it. Would you like to explain your amendment or have it read?
Yes, Madam Chairman. SB 15 amendment. Since the Financial Institution Committee passed out SB 15 favorable with amendments, conversations between the Kansas Bankers Association, Kansas Restaurant Hospitality Association, and State Treasurer Lynn Rogers continued on the cap of full-time employees, which is defined in the definition of eligible borrower. In Section 1, under subsection F, page 2. The amendment added in the committee was to place the cap at 100 full-time employees to ensure that monies are invested most effectively and truly for small businesses. After more discussion between stakeholders and other committee members, the cap may create a barrier to entry for some struggling small businesses, including restaurant and hospitality. All have agreed that the cap should be placed at 200 full-time employees for eligible borrowers. Fellow senators, I see 3 wins in this. 1 is the borrower, 2 lender, 3 the state. This amendment will sharpen one of our financial tools in our financial toolbox as we come out of COVID-19 challenges. I believe this amendment is friendly and would respectfully request your support.
Are there questions from the senator? Senator from Leavenworth, Senator Pittman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I stand in support of this amendment as well as the underlying bill. I think the changes made in the committee were phenomenally great in terms of making this a Kansas-focused bill. And this bill, this amendment actually opens it up to those hardest hit of our industries out there, the service and hospitality industry. So I do stand in support. Thank you, ma'am.
Any other questions? Senator from Lyons, Senator Longbine.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I consider this a very friendly amendment and want to give you a little bit of background. There were, as the senator from Butler indicated, ongoing discussions right up until the time that we worked the bill. I was in full agreement of this amendment, but the big bad chairman in me would not allow a conceptual amendment to come to committee. And so I explained to the parties that we'd fix it on the floor, and so that is our attempt to fix it on the floor.
Any additional questions? Seeing none, Senator Fagg, you may make your motion.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I move to amend SB 15 as amended by Senate Committee on page 2 in line 2 by striking 100 and inserting 200.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Motion carries. We're back on the bill. Any other questions for the senator from Lyons, Senator Longbine?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move that when the committee rises and it reports Senate Bill 15 favorably for passage, or as amended, favorably for passage.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries. We'll now turn our attention to Senate Bill 27. The chair recognizes a senator from Sedgwick, Senator Kersham, to explain the bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Senate Bill 27 extends the Kansas Underground and Above Ground Storage Tank Trust Fund that sunsets on July of 2024. It extends it to 2034. The bill increases the fund insurance liability maximum from $1 million to $2 million. It also incentivizes underground storage tank owners to upgrade single-wall underground storage tanks to double-wall underground storage tanks using the redevelopment fund. Double-wall tank systems are a requirement established by the EPA, so basically that's a mandate from EPA that you install a tank, it has to have a double wall so to prevent it from leaking. The incentive is also increased from $50,000 to $100,000 for owners. The cost of replacing tanks has increased substantially over the years, with many averaging around $300,000 to $400,000. Many facility owners would not be able to absorb those costs without the redevelopment fund. New sites or new construction are not eligible for any assistance and only applies to replacement tanks. Another thing that drives the cost of, if you have a replacement tank and you discover there is a leak and the soil is contaminated, that's called remedial action is required, and they'll try to clean that site up, and that just about triples the price of the cost of that site. That's why we have the insurance fund raised to over $1 million to help us facilitate that. The bill requires that money collected from the fees will go to the storage tank fee fund, and there's no state general fund money in this program. The fund is funded by a 1 cent a gallon tax on gas and diesel fuel. No aviation fuel is taxed on account of it. The program fund is capped at $5 million, and it's from the 1 cent a gallon tax. and it floors out at 3 million. So as soon as it gets above 5 million, that 1 cent tax comes off. And then at 3 million, it kicks back in to maintain an even flow of money for the repairing of those tanks. In the last 20 years since the inception of the fund, 1,115 facilities have participated and had improvements made or closed sites down because of it. There were no opponents to this bill. We had widespread support from the community, business community. Fuel True testified. That was formerly the Kansas retailers, petroleum marketers and convenience store retailers, the Kansas Agribusiness Retailers Association, and the Kansas Co-op Council were all proponents. With that, I'll stand for questions.
Are there questions from the senator from Sedgwick? Senator Kersham. Seeing none, Senator, you may close.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move that when the committee rises and reports, it reports Senate Bill 27 favorable for passage.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. Motion carries. We now turn our attention to Senate Bill 28. The chair recognizes Senator from Lyon, Senator Longbine, to explain the bill and to adopt the committee report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move we adopt the committee report.
You've heard the motion. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries. You may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. 2021 is a reaccreditation year for the Kansas Insurance Department, and updating and adopting NAIC legislation is a component of that. Senate Bill 28 deals with reinsurance companies. For those of you who don't have a lot of experience in insurance, reinsurance is a way that insurance companies can either sell off some of their risk, or it's a way that insurance companies can buy somebody else's risk to make a profit. So it's something that is done in very, very, very large insurance companies. And so this has 3 key components that will allow for reciprocity between states and other countries. So it is very, very important to insurance companies who are either docile in Kansas or do business in Kansas, but also do business in other states. Specifically, the bill would amend the Insurance Holding Company Act by adding definitions for group-wide supervisor and internationally active insurance groups, required filing with the Commissioner of Insurance of a confidential notice of proposed divestiture by controlling person of a domestic insurer, and a pre-acquisition notice by the acquiring person, and adding amendments or modifications of an affiliate agreements to transactions that may not be entered into without advance written notification of the commissioner of the insurer's intent to enter into such transaction. With that, Madam Chair, I'll stand for questions.
Are there questions for the senator from Lyon? Senator from Johnson? Senator
Holscher. Holscher.
Holscher.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Before I mention anything about this bill, I just had a couple of questions about PAYGO. Oh, Rob wasn't even paying attention. Okay, so we're apparently done talking about PAYGO. In regard to SB 28, I joined with a great senator from Lyon County, rising in support. This bill is technical in nature, basically makes us compliant with federal regulations and a minimum standard established. So again, I rise in support and commend the chairman on his fine work.
Are there additional questions for the senator from Lyon? Okay, seeing none, you may make your motion.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. First of all, let me thank the rankings for their support on both of these bills so far. And with that, I move that when the committee rises and reports, it reports Senate Bill 28 favorably for passage.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. Motion carried. We now turn our attention to Senate Bill 29. The chair recognizes Senator from Lyon, Senator Longbine, to explain the bill and to adopt the committee report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move we adopt the committee report.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. You may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is maybe the most complicated bill we'll work all year. This is truly a date change bill for risk-based capital. The bill changes the date from December 31, 2019 to December 31, 2020. That is the only thing that the bill does. The House had the exact same bill and it passed on consent calendar on Friday. They evidently didn't place as much value on it because they made it with effective with the statute book. Our committee felt strongly that this bill needs to get going, and so we amended the bill to start on the register. With that, I will answer questions.
Are there questions from the senator from Lyon? Senator from Johnson, Senator Holster.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Again, another bill that is just technical in nature, so for the good of the Democratic caucus, just a reminder, this adjusts the date to the current year. Again, just a technical bill. So I rise in support.
Any other questions for the senator from Lyon? Seeing none, you may close.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Once again, thank you to the rankings. I move that when the committee reports, when the committee rises, it reports Senate Bill 29 favorably for passage.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Motion carried. The chair recognizes the majority leader from Sedgwick, Senator Solenstrop.
I move the committee rise and report.
You heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. Motion carried.
Clerk will read the committee report.
On motion of Senator Solentrop, the Senate resolved itself into the Committee of the Whole for consideration of bills on the calendar under heading of General Orders with Senator Bowers in the chair. Recommended, SB 27 be passed. SB 15 be amended by adoption of the committee report, be amended on motion of Senator Fagg, and the bill be passed as further amended. Senate Bill 28 and Senate Bill 29 be amended by the adoption of the committee report, and the bills be passed as amended.
Chair recognizes the senator from Cloud, Senator Bowers, for adoption of the report.
I move we adopt the committee report.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Report's adopted. Chair recognizes the majority leader from Sedgwick, Senator Solentrop.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move an emergency be declared, the rules suspended, and the following bills be advanced for final action and roll call. Senate Bill 15, Senate Bill 27, Senate Bill 28, Senate Bill 29.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion passes. We are now ready for final action. On this roll call, we will take the following. The first three bills on the consent calendar, SB 21, SB 33, SB 47, and the bills on page 3 and 4, SB 15, SB 27, SB 28, and SB 29. The clerk will read the titles.
SB 21, an act concerning sales and compensating use tax. SB 33, an act concerning motor vehicles. SB 47, an act concerning income taxation. SB 15, an act concerning financial institutions. SB 27, an act concerning health and environment. SB 28, an act concerning insurance. SB 29, an act concerning insurance.
Clerk will call the roll.
Alley. Baumgardner. Bellinger. Bowers. Clays. Horson. Dietrich. Dahl. Erickson. Estes. Fagg. Faust Godot. Francisco. Gossage. Haley. Hawk. Hildebrand. Holland. Holscher. Kirshen. Close. Longbine. Masterson. McGinn. Olson. O'Shea. Heck. Peterson, Petty, Pittman, Pyle, Steffen, Straub, Solentrop, Sykes, Thompson, Tyson, Ware, Warren, Wilborn.
Has every senator had an opportunity to vote? Does any senator wish to explain their vote? Does any senator wish to change their vote? Seeing none, the clerk will close the roll, tally the vote. "39 having voted in favor and none against, SB 21, SB 33, SB 47, SB 15, SB 27, SB 28, and SB 29. These measures, having reached their constitutional majority, are hereby declared passed. We've had a request for point of personal privilege. Will allow Senator Haley, Senator from Wyandotte.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I ask my remarks be spread on the journal. Mr. President, our national anthem begins, "Oh, say can you see, by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed, and you know the rest." Today, on the first day of what's been known as Black History Month, I want to share another anthem which is known and which I hope will resonate, Mr. President, with you and in many ways with many of the members of the chamber across our state. And it is called the Negro National Anthem, and it says, and I'll be swift, by James Weldon Johnson, a poem that was written, recited by 500, or sung by 500 school children. It says, "And lift every voice and sing until earth and heaven ring, that they ring with the harmony of liberty, and let our rejoicing rise. High as the listening skies, let it resound as loud as the rolling sea." See, we sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us, but we sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. So, facing this rising sun of our new day begun, can we all, let us all, march on until victory is won? Close quote. Mr. President and members, February is the shortest month of the year, and for those who will, in this brief time, take a moment and look at how all of us are heir to contributing to this great state of Kansas. Kansas, that the state that in 1861 came into the Union dedicated to life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness for all people, irrespective of race, color, or creed. A state that was a beacon for many of African descent coming up from the South, the Exodusters, because they came to Kansas believing, as I hope you do, Mr. President, and many of us will, a state that now is almost 10% African American, or I call it Afrikansans, that we too are a part of the sinew and the ties that bind. Some would call it a melting pot. I call it stir fry, because we bring all of our different flavors to mix to make Kansas great, to make America great. We've built this state. We built this country together. Afrikansans, those from every extraction. That's what makes America great. So today, the shortest day of the month, the shortest day of the year, the first day of it, which we call Black History Month. I understand you've heard a little bit of this celebration from our chaplain and from my colleague, our seatmate, the senator from Sedgwick. I just wanted to ask each of us to enshrine a little bit of that, not among just our constituencies, but in our own hearts and minds as we look at this, which we celebrate to be Black History Month. Mr. President, I'm grateful for the time, and thank you for the point of personal privilege.
Introduction of bills and concurrent resolutions.
Senate Bill 116 by Committee on Transportation, an act concerning transportation. Senate Bill 117 by Committee on Ways and Means, an act concerning electric utilities. Senate Bill 118 by Committee on Local Government, an act concerning municipalities. Senate Bill 119 by Committee on Assessment and Taxation, an act concerning property taxation. Senate Bill 120 by Committee on Public Health and Welfare, an act establishing the Joint Committee on Child Welfare System Oversight. Senate Bill 121 by Committee on Public Health and Welfare, an act concerning health professions and practices. Senate Bill 122 by Committee on Judiciary, an act concerning civil procedure. Senate Bill 123 by Committee on Judiciary, an act concerning children and minors. Senate Bill 124 by Committee on Commerce, an act concerning star bonds.
This constitutes introduction of SB 116 through SB 124. Reports of standing committees, the clerk will read.
Mr. President, the Committee on Insurance recommends SB 30 be amended and the bill be passed as amended. Senator Longbine, chairperson. Mr. President, the Committee on Agriculture and Natural Resources recommends Senate Bill 38 be amended and the bill be passed as amended. Senator Kirshen, chairperson.
I'm going to move to announcements. I do have one on my own. I wanted to make sure, especially for brand new, this is just such an unusual year. We've been doing a lot of EFA, emergency final action. The reason that motion's taken for those that are brand new is generally that vote is held for 24 hours and you have final action the following day. And I just wanted to make sure people understood that. And the reason we've been doing that is kind of this pro forma state we've been in for people to be able to remain outside the building and not just have to come back for roll call. If anybody has any concerns about that, please come talk to us. But I wanted to make sure that was just stated so it didn't become the sense that it was a normal process to do this. It's not unusual to do EFA, particularly as you're rolling into the end of the week, but midweek it is somewhat unusual, so I just wanted to make that clear to everybody. We're not trying to pull anything over, it's just trying to function in this kind of pro forma COVID state. So with that, are there announcements? Senator from Sedgwick, Senator McGinn.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to let everybody know that Go Red for Women is this Thursday, and I'm sorry I didn't get the announcement out to some of those of you that travel, so if you don't have your red jacket, wear your red shirt, but Go Red for Women's resolution will be on Thursday. Thank you.
Senator from Sedgwick, Senator Kirshen.
Thank you, Mr. President. Agriculture and Natural Resources will not meet tomorrow morning. We're on for the rest of the week, but we're not going to meet tomorrow morning.
Okay. Are there further announcements? Seeing none, Chair recognizes the Majority Leader from Sedgwick, Senator Soltrop.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate adjourn pro forma until 2:30 p.m. on Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries. Senate's adjourned.